The names, dates of birth, NHS numbers, medical conditions and GP details of 4,000 patients have been lost by Stockport PCT. It happened in early December last year. The data was on a memory stick which a member of staff was wearing, clipped onto a cord around her neck. Coming into work one day, she thinks she dropped it at some point between parking her car and arriving at her desk. More than a month later, it still hasn't been found.
This wasn't a systematic error, I'm absolutely convinced of that. It was just an accident, and the member of staff is mortified about the situation.
Presumably the patients are also mortified. Have they been informed what's happened?
We didn't tell the patients at the time. We took the judgment that the relatively little amount of data was not able to identify the person, their address, their telephone numbers, those things. There was no chance of loss of or theft of personal identity, and we took the decision in conversation with the practices, but particularly within the PCT, not necessarily to unnecessarily raise the concern of the patients.
Don't they have a right to know, though, if their data's gone missing?
That's true. I suppose the judgment, and it was a judgment, was that the limited amount of data did not allow people to be identified personally, identity theft, as I said before, and so the judgment was taken not to inform the patients.
As far as error is concerned on the part of the PCT and the staff here, can you guarantee that, in that sense, data won't go missing?
I can guarantee that, and certainly 3 emails and communications from myself or the central office have been to staff to be extra vigilant at this current time.
It's not the first time something like this has happened in Greater Manchester. In May last year, memory sticks with information on 200 families whose children had died were stolen from the Royal Manchester Children's Hospital. And just last week, data sticks with details of 148 patients were lost in Oldham. But while Oldham PCT came forward freely and admitted the blunder, it was only when the Manchester Evening News put in a Freedom of Information request that Stockport PCT owned up to this latest incident. Ben Bland, Channel M News.